Well, hello everybody. Yesterday, a fateful meeting took place between three individuals: the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, his Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, and the Chief of Staff of the Israeli Army, Herzi Halevi. And the meeting took place on an intelligence base unnamed in the reports from Israel, in which the three were reported to have taken fateful decisions concerning the long-awaited Israeli retaliation for Iran's attack on Israel this past October 1st. Now, this is a crucial meeting because it is said that before Nasrallah was taken out or assassinated by Israel a couple weeks ago, a similar meeting between these three took place on an Israeli intelligence base before Netanyahu took off to New York City, from where he gave the order to take Nasrallah out just before he ascended the steps of the podium at the United Nations, from which he addressed the world. So a similar meeting to the one preceding Nasrallah's assassination took place at an unnamed intelligence base yesterday. It's evident that these three are the ones that will make the final decision when it happens in real time to attack Iran, in lieu of the entire Israeli cabinet voting such a decision. And the purpose, of course, is to prevent leaks. The more people that know about the upcoming attack, the greater the danger of the particulars of that attack being divulged to the wider public. And therefore, the circle is closing tighter and tighter to the key decision makers exclusively, which is Netanyahu, Gallant, and Herzi Halevi. Now, of course, many of us are wondering what in the world's taken so long for this attack to finally happen. Well, the answer is multifold. The main reason is because Israel's been trying to coordinate its attack with the United States, and the two of them have disagreements on the nature of that attack. Israel would have liked to have attacked either Iran's nuclear sites or nuclear program related sites, or its gas and oil export infrastructure, but America has asked Israel to rein that in. In other words, the Biden administration's tried to get Israel to apply the brakes and agree to limit its retaliation to Iranian military and intelligence-related sites only. And this is because, of course, the elections on November 5th here in the United States are just, 3 weeks away. And the Americans are doing everything they can to keep the war from escalating. One could argue that it's escalation that America sees as the enemy rather than Iran and its proxies. So America's doing everything it can to rein in Israel's response in order to prevent a much larger scale regional war from breaking out between now and the elections on November 5th. And this dovetails with the Biden's administration to rein in Israel on the Lebanese front. For a week ago, when Prime Minister Netanyahu and Biden spoke on the phone for the first time since last August, Biden requested from Israel to cease all bombardments of Beirut proper. Now, to recall, over the last month, Israel's had phenomenal momentum against Hezbollah, largely by striking Hezbollah command and control centers, its senior echelon of commanders, and even its mid-level commanders, and the pager attacks and the taking out of Nasrallah in its bunker, and other attacks that have taken place in Beirut proper. Well, the Biden administration has asked Israel to cease all such operations between now and the November 5th elections, and it seems that Israel has ascended to this request, that it seems to be deferring to the American will on this issue, unlike it's a pager attack and the attack to take Nasrallah out that was not done in concert or in deference to the American will to rein down or to put the brakes on Israel's war effort. But now Israel seems to be dancing to the tune of the Biden administration. Now, why is this? Well, because the Biden administration has agreed to help Israel in its defense against what's expected to be an Iranian response to Israel's own counterattack or response to Iran's last attack on October 1st, America's agreed to relocate from elsewhere in the Middle East a battery of THAAD, THAAD, anti-ballistic missile system, which is similar to Israel's own Arrow 2 anti-ballistic missile defense system. America has agreed to relocate a battery of that defense system from elsewhere in the Middle East to Israel proper, together with 100 American soldiers. So now we're talking about, for the first time, American boots on the ground, but only in a defensive posture, not on enemy territory where their lives are in danger. For only these 100 American soldiers can operate that system. It's not like the system can be operated by Israeli soldiers. The system can only be operated by American soldiers. So an incredible amount of coordination the last couple of weeks between the American and Israeli administrations to calibrate this Israeli counterstrike on Iran to fit both America's will but also Israel's defense needs and what would be expected to be an Iranian counterstrike response to Israel's own strike. And that's where we are now. Now, a few days ago, I gave an extensive interview, an hour-and-a-half length, to a channel called The Wretched Watchman. He told me he's going to post the video tomorrow to his channel on YouTube. In my opinion, it's the most thorough interview or explanation I've given of the war thus far. And that's why it was an hour-and-a-half long. It was a great discussion about the war, about the Mossad, about the pager attack, about things that I had yet to cover on my own channel, probably a little bit of end-time prophecy that I had not had the time to cover elsewhere. So be looking for this on the channel, The Wretched Watchman, tomorrow. He's going to upload it also later this week, maybe as early as tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, definitely on Wednesday or Thursday, the second volume or episode to my series, Making Sense of the End Times, in which I get into the rise of Islam and the Palestinians, as well as some Islamic eschatology, because we're not the only ones with an eschatology. You can't understand the end times without understanding Islam's own eschatology and why Jerusalem and the land of Israel, which have no place of prominence in the Quran, are suddenly so central to the Islamic religion and mindset and eschatology that it's willing to launch a succession of wars against Israel to bring about their eschatological beliefs. So it's important, and I need to cover that, and I'm going to in the next couple episodes. And now we look forward to Israel's expected attack on Iran, which likely will not happen until that American anti-ballistic missile battery, the THAAD system, is placed within Israel with its 100 American soldiers ready to operate it. And then, and only then, will this attack finally get off the ground. And of course, when it does, I'll be back with another update. But between now and then, I'll probably have time to upload that second volume of Making Sense of the End Times. And I look forward to making it. And therefore, until then, I'm signing off. This is Steve the Tour Guide, wishing you a happy Monday and hoping you get to take in some of this crisp, sunny, at least where I'm at, crisp, sunny autumn weather, and hopefully you're experiencing similar weather where you are. Anyway, I'm signing off. Bye-bye.